Hello, friends, and welcome to Star Wars Saturdays. I'm Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. I got it right. I did my intro of myself early on. I never do that. Star Wars Saturdays is an ongoing living campaign of games that I run for the Gauntlet community, friends across the globe who sit down in front of computers and play tabletop role-playing games. I started this in December of 2017. This is the first official series, as I run an mini series that has taken place outside of any of the movies as a backdrop. We are moments after Emperor Palpatine has been announced as being dead, irrevocably dead, and the game is taking place on Coruscant. Coruscant is the capital world of the Empire. The Empire is in the process of falling because it takes a while. And the Veil is the game that we're running. The Veil is a cyberpunk RPG using the Apocalypse engine, written by Fraser Simons of Samjoko Publishing. It is, as you can see, it is a nice thick book. It is gorgeous. The art in this thing is so very nice and really interesting to look at. And we are the second of 3 sessions every month. I run a different RPG. Sometimes I run 2, like this month and next month. But this one is The Veil. We are halfway done. And we have 4 returning characters and 1 brand new character. What I'm going to do, because we are starting just a little bit on the later side, is we have to introduce and statistically create our last character. So I'm going to kind of jump right into the action. So if you're not familiar with these characters, please do jump back to the first session. And we have a couple of beginning of session roles. We'll start with our attached. The intro, tell us, what is this intro move that you have, start a session move that you have?
Yeah, it's called Thy Will Be Done. At the beginning of the session, roll and add your object's hunger. My object, which is, just to describe briefly for anyone who for some reason jumped into the second session, is an assassin droid who only has my best interest at heart. It is a +2 hunger, so I'm just going to roll and see what happens. Wow, I'm rolling pretty well because with this move, you'd want to miss because on a 10 plus or on a hit, the MC gets hold on me that they can use to make my object want some stuff. But I rolled a 5. So right now, me and my object, we're quite copacetic. We're on the same track, so to speak.
I mean, of course you are. You're both going to do murder together. You know, the pair that slays together stays together.
Exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. So, Keith, if you could, because there might be somebody watching this, let's have you introduce your character because you're brand new. So tell us a little bit about Ollie.
I am playing Ollie, a decommissioned Imperial battlebot who was slated to be scrapped, but instead somehow gained sentience. And the question that he is very curious about is why? Why does he still exist? Why does he know these things? And has very naturally fallen into private investigation work, has a bit of the weary noir detective aspect. And I actually realized I have a belief that was baked into the backstory that biologicals are superior to synthetics. So I threw that in there. Because Ali has been decommissioned, he bears a mark. It is very obvious that he is no longer an active battlebot and is not nearly as imposing as the gigantic metal frame would imply. However, he still does have lots of cybernetics, and it certainly helps with investigatory work. And starting off the session, Ollie rolls a move called The Birth. And depending on the roll, either I ask a question and the MC answers it, or vice versa. So let's see which way that will go. I got a 9. And on a hit, the MC will ask me a question and answer it. Rich, I don't know if you have access to all the questions or if it'd be easier for you to post them.
I have access to the questions. Let me, I have the apparatus playbook up with me right now, and that is under the birth. Let's see if I can find it.
Middle top of the back.
Oh, there we are. Oh, and so if you get a hit, the MC will ask you a question, answer it. Okay, cool. If it's a miss, you ask the question, the MC answers. I see. So then it is a hit, and I ask you a question. You get to answer it. That is cool. All right, I'm looking over all of them. Is anyone aware that you are operational now?
Oh, interesting one. I would say yes. There's definitely some sort of tracking system, because you wouldn't build a terrifying murder bot and not keep an eye on it. I guess that's the kind of thing you want to fall into enemy hands. But I think with all of the chaos going on in the Empire, that like there's probably a little light urgently flashing on some control board, but whether or not someone has actually well, someone's probably seen it, because I think I have to answer yes to that. But like, I'm not the top priority for them right now. But
It's fair.
I am not operating stealthily, though. They are aware.
That is cool. I like it. Good. So we have both of our beginning of sessions. Just as a reminder, where we were at the end of the last session is that there are a pair of you who are currently at a docking bay because Gowix Computers, which is a large tech corporation, had quite a bit of tech that they were loading onto a freighter, and they normally have relied on Imperials to provide them security. So without that, you guys, along with a Twi'lek named Dia and a human named Cero, as well as Zlas and Mateo, all went to pilfer and rob this freighter before it took off. You ran into a Wookiee bounty hunter. She was watching over it and distracted her and have snuck in. While grabbing all the loot and getting out, Zlas realized that the iconoclasts who chase him, that there is one pursuing him even now. Perhaps this entire operation was organized to draw Zlas out of his hiding place. And so Zlas very hurriedly tried to GTFO. Mateo, however, was fascinated with all of the wonderful tech that he has gathered to himself, and is not really rushing out at this point. He and Cero are finishing up the steel. Meanwhile, at Viscosity, the cyber bar on level 2, or sub-level 2, which means that in certain areas of sub-level 2, you can see the sunlight. It's really amazing. And at Viscosity, which is... Zlas, thought the silence would fall. Of course Zlas would think that. Of course. I mean, that totally makes sense, but appears that maybe that didn't happen. Malzef Kandrun owns and operates the Viscosity. He's an Imperial, and he had called to his bartender, Nina, letting her know, hey, things are going badly up on the surface. Make sure nothing's going wrong in Viscosity, because trouble could be coming our way. So keep your nose clean. Nina, being the excellent bartender that she is, immediately talked to her droid about it. The droid, being an assassin droid, said, no, let's go do murder. And Nina said, oh, Iskri, here, you do the thing that my boss said I should be doing. And Iskri decided they would do that thing because obligation, ? Iskri, of course, has a type of communication, like a psychic link with other members of their homeland, the Addisonians, and the singer at Viscosity is Naomi Farlance, another member of the Addisonian diaspora, those refugees who have found themselves on Coruscant. The two of them had talked about their home ship, which has been on mothballs for a number of years, and there is a hope that perhaps it could be revisited, that in the chaos they could go back and meet together as a group. I believe those were the major plot points that are on the table, as it were. We are going to pick up in Viscosity. As Nina, you are getting a readout from VT, your beautifully adorable Roly murder droid, and VT is showing you the picture and the last ping on Natalia Nimbalu, the Relatiri systems mistress, who is rumored to be. There is a pic, and I didn't actually save it, but I shared it. Andrew, did you save the pic of VT that I?
No, I saw it and I
Dang
thought,
it,
oh,
it was
yeah,
this awesome purple BB unit. I will look for it again. It was easily Googled. I just need to know where to look. Anyway, VT, the purple rolly droid, is displaying to you Natalia Nimbalu, the systems mistress, last known ping, and then the bounty, the wanted dead, not dead or alive, but just dead information on her. Meanwhile, Iskri, you've agreed, as it were, to take over the bar or watch out and there are no problems.
Yeah, but only in the sense that I don't really think anything's going to happen.
Nice.
Yeah, sure, I'll watch for, I don't know, what could happen? Fine, whatever.
What could go wrong? Absolutely. Good. You do have, of course, the ability to lean on Balam Kaler, the Coruscant bouncer at Viscosity, who has his grav bat. But yeah, so he's there in case there's trouble. And then Ollie, you come into Viscosity. You are aware, Ollie, of course, being a PI and a droid, of all the troubles that are happening on the surface. It has been openly announced that Emperor Palpatine has been murdered by the rebellion, that the second Death Star over the moon of Endor, that Death Star was destroyed, and that threw things into chaos. There are a number of HoloNet reports of terrorists, and like the HoloNet, the galactic word on this is that things are going to come under control, that please stay in your homes, but there are thousands upon thousands of people on the surface. If you've seen the expanded edition of Return of the Jedi, where a couple of camera drones go over this populace on Coruscant and Emperor Palpatine's statue is knocked over and everybody's celebrating and their fireworks, that's happening above you at the time that you are heading to Viscosity. What exactly are you researching right now? Like, what's the job that you are working, Ollie?
Missing person case.
Oh, cool. Okay, that's appropriate. Is this a person that has just gone missing, or is this an ongoing case that you've been working?
I think kind of in the medium range. Is there one of the NPCs here that I could grab?
Absolutely.
I don't know who's
you could
spoken.
grab. Let's see. Shar Sato hasn't been seen. Hop Galato also hasn't been seen. Father Thond Artem.
I like street artists. That sounds terrific.
That sounds fun too. So Hop Galadio is the person that you hasn't been seen in a while. Who's asked for Hop? Like, who cares about Hop and wants to have him safely returned?
I think it's gotta be. It's like someone who does not have power, because obviously they're not going through the normal channels. And I think it's something that's tugging on where I wish my heartstrings were. So like maybe someone that looks up to Hop, like a younger artist or a street kid or something.
Oh, cool. What are they paying you with?
They're not.
Oh, okay. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I really like that.
It's like, please, it would mean so much. Like it's definitely wheedling and probably some subtle manipulation of like tugging on the emotions of this would be something that like a human would just do because it's the right thing. Yeah, Bethany put it right in chat. I was thinking like
a human would help me, but really, oh, that's delightful. Yes. So, so I'll ask Iskri, when was the last, like, how long has it been since Hop was here at Viscosity?
Yeah, like a month. which is weird now that I think about it, because like he used to come here all the time. There was someone here. He I don't know. He'd come here and hit on them, and
Oh,
like
Naomi.
the last time he was here. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, the last time he was here, she finally got annoyed with him, and like I just assumed that he was too embarrassed to come back. But like he would have come back when she wasn't performing, but he hasn't.
Cool. So Ollie, you come in, scan the crowd, and you see that Nina is not behind the bar. This is her normal shift. Nina, you haven't left yet. We'll say you're in the process of leaving. You see Ollie comes in. Ollie doesn't drink. How good of a customer is Ollie, Nina?
I think Ollie is kind of tolerated only because I drive covered for them to my boss, being like, "Look, Ollie's decent, okay." I mean, yeah, they take up quite a bit of space, but look, they're doing a good service, and I mean, you got. I think this is the argument Nina presented to their boss. So, like, you own a bar. You've got shady stuff. They're a PI. Don't you need shady stuff to be taken care of? It's fine.
That's how you convinced him. Malzef tolerates Ollie and knows he doesn't like cost product, right? Because Ollie wouldn't be drinking any of it. So sure, that's how you got that going. Good. So yeah, you see Ollie enter in, and I think that VT will say commentary. The demolition droid could be beneficial in our pursuit.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to share the spotlight, but sure.
Qualification. The spotlight will be ours. The murder will be ours.
Of course. That was never in question. I don't think assassination is Ollie's thing, but we could always do with backup, I guess. I think I'm putting on my coat as I'm kind of saying this.
Nice.
My space coat. It's just a coat with neon on it. No, it's not.
Yes. Oh, come on. Like you have like the little rudders of little neon displays and stuff.
Yeah.
If you run your back, you get a few credits in your account every once in a while.
God. So yeah, I'm gonna go up to Ollie. I think I'm tapping like a data pad in my hand, so I'm a bit nervous. And just call out his names. Like, hey, you look happy. I'm looking at their face, which is immovable.
Kind of turn around. Nina, you are here.
I mean, yeah, this is where I work.
I didn't see you behind the bar. I was nervous with the chaos that's happening.
Well, I'm taking care of some personal business. It just so happens, like, sometimes opportunities go ripe, and you just have to take the opportunity. Chaos notwithstanding. Say, are you busy right now?
Well, I'm tracking a case down.
Are you tracking them right now?
I think that kind of pauses the processing circuits a little bit. What are you asking me?
Well, this opportunity that I'm meant to take care of, I could use some help with that. But doesn't mean this isn't like not a quid pro quo sort of situation. I mean, you help me out with this thing, I'll help you out with your thing, and we'll all be helping each other out in this nice circle of helping,
Sure. I mean, the person I'm looking for here is not. So if you've got other places that we can wander off to, I suppose that would be all right.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll pick up a lead or two on the way. I'm actually also in the midst of tracking someone as well. I'm sure we take a stroll through Coruscant's bad streets. We'll We'll figure something out.
You're not looking for Hop, are you?
No. I'm not looking for. It's that street artist punk, right? Gladio. My boss is kind of looking for him. He's got a stupid large tab.
Not too surprising.
Caution, VT says, and this is audible to Ollie as well. Caution. A squad of stormtroopers are making their way down the corridor. It appears they are heading for viscosity.
That sounds like our Q2 skedaddle, and I think I'll turn and flash a thumbs up at Iskri.
Here's the poop sandwich I just handed you. Get ready to take a bite. It's awesome.
Nothing bad is coming. We're going out the back for no reason.
Oh, I feel really bad. Yeah, we're just gonna head then.
Awesome. I will give you a +1 forward for this roll. You're aware of and acting to avoid imminent danger. So just say how you do it and roll, Nina.
Yeah, well, I know this place better than those stormtroopers do, so I think I'll just and I've taken Ollie through this place before. This is probably where I took them to the back when I first found them. So even though they're big, obvious stomping murder bot, poking through the crowd could probably see Ollie, but we're gonna move with just a bit of swiftness, and I think I'm feeling a tad scared, trepid. I'm feeling a bit of trepidation.
Okay.
A bit of anxiousness. Yeah, we've got Ollie, but stormtroopers.
Awesome. And Ollie, if you wish to help, all you have to do is say how you do so and roll. And on a hit, they would take a +1. You got the +1 from VT already, so that would stack and you get a +2 to the roll.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. I have amazing senses as far as audio and visual. So I think I could help navigate a little better away from the crowds, knowing where they are ahead of time.
Nice.
And remind me about rolls. I pick one of the states.
You pick an emotion or state that you're most feeling, and you roll with that stat, and then you click one of the check boxes.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And then it moves over towards the...
Yeah, you do it from on bad, sad, and scared. You go from left to right towards spiked. On peaceful, joyful, and powerful, you go from right to left towards the spiked.
Yes, I think scared probably makes sense because I don't know what would happen if these stormtroopers do find me.
Cool.
And awesome. I ended up with an 8 on that.
Nice. So on 7 to 9, you help and give a +1 to Nina, but you also expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost. Seems appropriate. So it's a total +3 to your roll. You are going to do gangbusters. I just feel it.
4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, that's a 9. So close to a 10.
9er. Oh, it's gorgeous. I love it. On a 7 to 9, in the doing of this avoiding the risk, there will be a cost, complication, or choice introduced by the MC. So I think that you will be seen, that you'll get out. We'll say maybe there's a passageway behind the bar that you head out of. And because Ollie's you got out. And VT is fine because VT is under the bar, so short. Yay, Rolly Droid. But they see Ollie's shoulder as these stormtroopers enter, and so you're out. But the stormtroopers are aware that somebody just escaped from the place. Iskri, a bunch of stormtroopers enter viscosity. They are armed with their blaster carbines, their little blaster rifles, and one of them has the kind of orange shoulder pad, signifying that they're some kind of rank to command the others. They look around, and the one with the orange shoulder pad points right at Ollie as he is leaving and says, "Look." What do you do?
So okay, I agreed to try to keep the peace here, but like also they're stormtroopers. They're armed. I have claws. That is my entire weapon. Okay. I assume everyone sees them. I don't need to like warn anybody, right? Okay.
Yes. This is a large cyberpunk bar / cantina, and the stormtroopers are super obvious. I think there's one person who's got on like VR goggles, and they're in the corner drooling on themselves. Everyone else is aware the stormtroopers are here.
Right. Okay. So shit, I think I have to like go up and ask them what they want.
Oh,
Great.
gorgeous. Good. So you walk up to the stormtroopers. I assume you approach the guy who seems like he's in charge. And,
Yeah.
he's got the helmet on, so you can't really read an emotion. You hear the voice comes through the little microphone, and he says, "Are you in charge of this bar? Who just left?"
No, our the manager is out just for I don't know a few minutes. She should be back soon. Who just left? A couple of droids. Not
Nice. So it sounds like you're trying to sway them that this is no
big deal. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So
Nothing interesting here.
when you want to get an NPC to do something you want and their motivations don't line up with yours, roll. What emotion do you think you're feeling right now?
Scared.
That seems appropriate.
I do not like Imperials. I don't like them to notice me. I don't like them to know I exist. And here I am just approaching them and talking to them. Wait. Not, as much as I would like that to be a 10, it didn't roll. Okay, so that's an 8 plus 9.
Okay. I just realized something I need to keep notes, so I just pinged him with that information. Sorry for the pause. On a 7 to 9, you get to choose 2 options from the move. Do you see that?
I'm on the page. I just need to. They're on here somewhere. Right. Sweet. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna give them something now instead of later. You need to do them a favor. I don't see myself owing them serious cred.
Fair.
Unless they're I don't think an entire group of stormtroopers would be super bribable. If there were just one of them, probably. My own obligations is in question now. I could see that coming from Nina, since I agreed to do this and I am not doing a great job of it. I don't see that really coming from them since I don't owe them any obligation. I'm going to give them need to give them something now instead of later. That's probably the most interesting.
Nice. So these stormtroopers are going to ignore the whole droid thing if you finger somebody else in viscosity who's been in trouble. You can make someone up. We have, as far as NPCs that are currently in the bar, we have Duan Yan, who's the Sullustan. He's the one who is getting his dreams interpreted by Zlos. Of course, we have Naomi, who is trying to...
Oh, I know who I know who. Hop.
Oh.
They were looking... those 2 droids, they were looking for... What is his last name? They were looking for the graffiti artist guy, Hop. He hasn't been here in a while, so they left.
Yeah, the stormtrooper sergeant looks at one of his underlings, and that one brings up a little data pad on his forearm there, and you see, because it's like a holo display, right? So you could just see all of the various vandalism and other charges to Hop Gladio, and it says, very good.
Just enough crimes to make him sort of interesting, slightly more interesting than the other people in this bar, I think.
Cool. Okay, so he'll say, where does that passage lead to?
I honestly have no idea. I've never been through it.
467, head down the passage. we'll head outside, and he'll kind of scan. You can tell that he's perhaps getting some kind of heads-up display and checking things out. And you hear in the back of your mind, you hear Naomi, be careful. I feel he's scanning everyone.
Yeah. I'm suddenly very glad I have gloves on, because like my hands are by far the most obvious marker that I'm not from here. Yeah, I think I'm like just standing very still, and the way that like there's a bee buzzing around you and you're just standing still and hoping it doesn't land on you, and like yeah, they sense movement. Exactly. It is not the correct reaction for stormtroopers, but I think that is that reaction.
So he scans everyone, and then all of a sudden you hear the like speaker that comes through gets louder. It's like crowd announcement voice. It says, a curfew has been placed on Coruscant planet-wide. Viscosity is currently closed. All of you will return to your domiciles. Do not take to the streets. There are terrorists on the streets. There's a great deal of violence on the streets, and you will be in imminent danger if you choose to partake in this activity. If there is any lack of clarity, you may speak with Coruscant Security about your questions while you are returning to your domiciles. All of you have been marked. If you are not checked in within the next hour, this will be noted. And with 467 trooper heading towards the side passage, the stormtroopers will turn and start to leave. What do you do, Iskry?
I let him go.
Cool. Because you see, they start to go, you see Balam, the guy with the big grav bat, he moved over. This squad is 10 total stormtroopers. And he gives you the look like, do you want me to brain these guys?
No. No, like, no, don't start anything.
He just kind of breathes, and the troopers will leave. We cut away from this activity to if you look in the NPCs and places, I've actually dropped a picture in to where you can see the particular, where is it? Docking Bay 52, which starts on row 8, column I. Docking Bay 52. Zlas, I was looking at the options that you had chosen for the iconoclasts, and I thought it might be interesting, since you had chosen that they have no face, if perhaps their faces looked something like, let me share screens, like that. Does that seem appropriate? Like nice faceless kind of individuals? Yeah, awesome.
Oh yeah.
So you come outside, you've got a couple of, let's say that you had grabbed a hydrospanner, kind of an ancient hydrospanner. It's one of the earlier ones when the digital displays were just in 36,000 different languages. And that's when you see standing on top of one of the sets of crates is one of those shadowy figures. You're not sure how they got up there, but they have that impossible movement, and they just kind of step. It looks like almost like they float down, and no one else seems to notice them. And they start walking towards you. What do you do, Zlas?
Well, I am the last of my order. I have to survive this. I have to get away. So I will try to, I guess, run. Yeah, wait, they have, I know they can appear out of nowhere. I stay within the crowds. I mean, I walk away, but I try to keep to the crowds, because they don't like noise. They're called the silence, so they don't like, they like catching people in these soundless bubbles. That's what I think they do. I don't know much, but I try to stay with the crowds, with the noise, get into some noisy bar or something.
Cool. Well, then I assume you would head towards where some of the folks have just kind of gotten their tramp freighters, opened them up, and started selling things. There are crowds that gather around that. Mm-hmm. haggling going on, that's probably your best bet. So because you know that bit of information about them, they are called the Silence. I'll give you a +1, but you need to choose your emotional state and make a roll. You are taking a risk here.
Okay, my emotional state at that point is, yes, probably scared. I mean, I don't want them to find me. It's not anything else. I'm not mad. I'm a bit sad. Yeah, I'm certainly not peaceful. I'm certainly not joyful. No, I'm scared. What's my scared stat? Oh, it's good.
One of the cool things about the states, and it's kind of a management thing, is when you add emotion spikes, erase one in the state opposite it. You had a spike in powerful, so you get to erase that check mark when you put one in for scared.
Oh, cool. Okay. Nice, but I'll still roll this.
Yeah.
This one. So let's see. Okay, I've got an 8, 9, and with the +1, I've got a 10.
Wow, that is fantastic. So with a 10+, you do as you describe, and the danger doesn't come to bear. So you head into the bazaar, and then you find kind of noisy cantina that's right off of the docking bay, and you're able to hide out in there. We'll say that there's kind of a yellowy neon in here. Everything is cast in that kind of off yellow color, bright off yellow color, and then when you look around a few times, eventually it's gone.
Cool.
So let's cut into Mateo as you get because you have that EUD. You hear your AI say, "Caution. Our compatriot, Sloss, is moving erratically and has left the party."
Oh, geez. Is Sloss in trouble?
I think I told them, "Oh, I've got to go." Something like that.
You did, but still the.
Yeah, my ear up display is telling me that like something abnormal is like being sensed about Sloss, right? I'm like, oh man, great. Okay. So I'm still with Cero, right? And
yeah, you're still with Cero, and Cero is right now he's loading everything on a grav plate that he thinks is a good steal, and he says, "We're gonna tell him that this didn't pass inspection. We have to take it back off the ship. There are a couple guys coming our way. I don't know if you heard Dia."
Oh, geez, yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. Look, I'm going to go up a little bit ahead. You know what? I'll tell you what. On my way out, I'll give them a heads up. I'll tell them that we're bringing out some stuff that's defective and it can't. It's not allowed to make it through the port. And then when you come out, you tell them the same story, so it'll back it up. Tell someone something 3 times, they'll always believe it. Maybe Dia can even set it onto their onto the little pad for them, so that they've got like a written record of it too. They'll totally let it through. Look, but I gotta go. I'll talk. Look, drop my half off at Granny's, okay? I'll talk to you later.
What? No, 1/3, 1/3.
Come on! I totally got the Wookiee off our case. We wouldn't have gotten in here without me. You know it.
Ooh, are you going to try to sway him into this?
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. Oh, or do you want to? Are you willing to go to violence and give him an ultimatum?
Oh my goodness.
So let me just tell you.
Yeah.
There is a cybernetic arm in this hall that you could easily use to add to your current arm that would give you offensive capabilities.
Ooh, that sounds awesome. I like that. Yeah, I definitely want that arm. Yeah, all right. So, but what are my move choices though? You were saying I could try and
you can sway, which means you may end up owing some cred to him to be able to get half, which is kind of a weird move choice for this argument. Or ultimatum is like you could threaten a little bit of violence, or I'm going to get you in trouble. And that one would be basically like an intimidation type thing.
Right. And I mean, let's see. I know that I think I know that Sero and Dia, they like rely on Granny's services, and I'm just going to be like, look, you don't want to piss Granny off, right? If I put in a bad word, with Granny on you, like she's not going to help Dia fix her slicing device, right? You know that she still needs to get that fixed.
Nice.
Don't mess with me.
That's good. Okay, cool. That's a perfect ultimatum. I love it. So go ahead and roll with your state. What state do you think I hear?
I think I'm worried about well, let's see. Yeah, I think I'm really worried about Sloss right now, because I've been having these funky dreams, and I feel like, I really need Sloss's technology. And I'm like, oh man, chaos around here. What's going on with Sloss? So I'm going to say like anxious. So I guess that would be scared.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
All right. So let me, what do I have for scared? I don't even remember.
Scared.
Oh, I rolled a scared last time. I have a 1.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm halfway up on scared. All right. Here's my roll. Oh, the 1 bumped me to a 7. I needed that. So
Ooh,
just goodbye.
On a 7 to 9, let's see, on a 10 plus, they have to choose make you carry out your threat or back down and give you what you want. On a 7 to 9, they also have options of clearly remove themselves as a threat, fortify themselves, give you something they think you want, attempt to remove you as a threat, tell you what you want to know. Yeah, so he says, yeah, we don't want Granny mad at us. No. That's the whole reason we brought you in. But like, listen, that Sloss guy, he just bailed on us. He didn't do jack. So half and half, but like, we're not going to have another half for him, right? Right? Whatever he took is his, and everything else is just for me and you to split.
All right. Look, I'm the one who roped Sloss into this. I'll split my part with Sloss, but just make sure this half here, and I like motion to the some part of it that includes that awesome arm. I'm like, that's going to Granny. That's for me and Sloss. Deal?
All right. Yeah. Deal. We got to get out of here. Go.
All right.
Go. I'm finishing this up. I'm heading out.
I go running down the plank, and on my way out, I kind of like slow down and I stop. I'm like, listen, blah blah blah. This stuff's bad news, and then I keep going, kind of like looking for Sloss. I have I assume I have some kind of communicator. I can send some kind of a text message to Sloss or whatever. Like, hey, where you go?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to call me. That's no problem whatsoever. As you're doing that, you recognize Iago Demarakash, who is a fixer. He's originally from Alderani. You only know that because he uses it to make people feel sorry for him. And you see he's there. It looks like he is marking off some stuff on a data pad, working out some kind of shipment near the little bazaar. But you see this weird masked, shadowy figure come up from behind him and step into him.
Whoa.
And it doesn't look like anybody else caught that. Maybe it's part of your cyberware. You're not sure.
I kind of tap my eyeball to make sure that it's, I take my remote eye out for a minute. I put it back in. I'm like, does he look any different? I think I want to pause and just check him out and be like,
oh, okay.
Is Diago acting weird, or did I just imagine something?
Okay, cool. When you use what you have at your disposal to assess a place or situation. No, I think you're I'm sorry. It sounds like maybe you're studying or examining someone's reactions during an interaction. So you're probing. Let's have you do that.
Okay. So, well, am I interacting with Diago? I mean, I guess I could go up to
Fair
Diago.
Question. Yeah, I think maybe it'd be good if you go up and interact.
Yeah, I think so. I think if I'm really gonna interact with him, I think I'm like, what? And I go up to Diago, and I've known Diago. Maybe I've done some trading with him in the past, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, Diago, how's your trading going? Blah blah blah. I'm just making small talk, right? Exchanging some gossip about Granny because she's always up to weird stuff.
Cool. You pick up that, yeah, there's something a little more, his processing's a little slower, like he's thinking through his answers.
Okay. All right. So
I'll from a list. So that's enough for you to be able to probe, I think.
Okay. Should I What's that? Should I just should I roll or
Yeah, let's have you roll to probe it. His answers are, oh yes, Granny is interesting. I'm sorry, Mateo. I am working on something right now. I need to go to that bar.
Okay. I think I'm gonna feel like, you know what? I think at this point I'm actually feeling insecure. I think I'm feeling like, whoa, the like empire's fallen. There's this crazy stuff going on. You know, I've got like this hall that I'm really worried about because I really want that to come out. I don't know where Zlas is running off to. Like, this is chaos. Now I'm like imagining things. I'm wondering if, you know, I think I'm actually kind of doubting myself and if I've bitten off more than I can chew. So I'm gonna roll with scared again.
Like it. You're gonna spike it. This is hot.
All right. That's an 8.
Nice. Okay. On a probe with a 7 to 9, you get to hold one question.
Okay. So let's see. Ooh, what are you really feeling? What do you intend to do? What do you wish I'd do? How could I so I think like, are you telling the truth or what are you really feeling? I'm like, I think I'm gonna go with like, what are you really feeling? And I'm gonna be like, so yeah, Diago, like, you know, are you feeling normal? Like, I just I have a feeling you're not yourself right now.
Nice. So Diago's answer is halting. He says, I'm fine, Mateo. There is no reason to worry about me. But there's a tension. Like, you see a vein on the side of his forehead, and you can tell that something is forcing him to say these words. He is not right. It's almost like a puppet on a string.
Wow. All right. Yeah. So I'm definitely feeling weird about this.
Then he starts to head towards that bar.
Oh, and have I? So Zlas, would you have like sent me back some indication of where you are? Do you think
Yeah.
I know where you are?
Yeah,
So-
sure.
So I know
send you
that.
back that I'm in that bar.
Okay, so I know that Zlas is like in the location that Diago is now headed. All right. I think I'm gonna like follow along behind, but I'm gonna tell Zlas like something weird is happening, and someone's coming your way, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, okay, I'll text back out Will. And I mean, I have a third eye, cyber eye, that is a bit unreliable, I guess, but it can. I mean, I don't have any of these tabs because I don't know how to use them. But what I wrote in, it's a perception device, an unreliable perception device. And maybe it's key towards the silence.
Zlas, do you think we have like some kind of communication? Can Zlas and I
Sure.
like talk to each other over like some comms right now while I'm watching Diago head over to the bar?
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Like,
awesome.
Zlas, what's going on here? I mean, a lot of weird stuff's happening today, but like, why did you run off? And what's happened to my buddy Diago that he's like kind of in this ghost-like state heading toward you? What's going on, Zlas? Talk to me.
I'm sorry. There are forces after me because of the order I
Forces?
used to force it. Yeah, bad things. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they want, but they destroy my order. And
Do they possess people?
yeah, I've heard that, yes, that they can. They aren't really corporeal per se.
Whoa.
Over your normal comms,
Uh-huh.
Teo, you hear Dia say, "Hey, Maddie, little snafu. Sarah's decided to try to take another way out, and I think he's trapped in the freighter. I don't have any guns. What do you think about going in there and breaking him out? Because it looks like somebody pushed a panic button, and that big Wookiee, she's done talking to the other guy that you like, and I think this is not going well. You know, like Pomfar shaped, like this is not good. And so maybe you could help us get out of here. He's got all the stuff, by the way. Just a reminder, that's what he has.
Oh man. All right. This is bad. So I'm gonna all right. Well, I got to do something about this. I'm going to okay, I have a ridiculous idea. So it must be a good one. I'm going to so it sounds like the Wookiee being free is like maybe part of the problem, right? I'm gonna guess that maybe Dia and Sero can handle this on their own if I can take care of that Wookiee. So I'm gonna run up to the Wookiee and I'm going to basically like show them like an image that I took of Diago, and I'm thinking to myself, sorry, Diago, I hope whatever's possessing you, this doesn't turn out for you bad for you. And I show the picture of Diago to the Wookiee, and I'm like, yo, this person's like causing some trouble. I think they're a terrorist. They're like down there at that bar.
Okay, cool. It sounds like you want to sway Rara
Yeah.
in order to get her to go after. So that sounds awesome. Ruvu, sorry. So Ruvu, she has her bowcaster. She's already told Maru, she's like, yeah, some other time. And she's starting to head towards that. You come up, it's like, oh, you again. And then you throw this, like, she looks over and she sees the Alderani, and let's see if you can sway her.
Okay. All right. Now I think I'm definitely just in a panic now. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with scared, which will spike me. That'll be my fourth one. Let's see what my roll is. Got a 9. All right.
That is pretty great. So on a 7 to 9 with a sway, you choose 2 options. Do you have that? It starts on the moves. Sway starts on 47. B47.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. So let's see. You're gonna owe them something serious, like cred. Your own obligation is in question now. Let's see. You're gonna need to give them something now instead of later. You need to do them a favor first. You need to give a piece of yourself to them, body or heart. I feel like doing them a favor could potentially be interesting if you've got an idea for that, Rich. Let's see. Or I'm gonna owe them something serious.
I like oh something serious. I like that. Yeah, she says, if Galax finds out that anybody stole from this tram freighter, my name's Poodoo. So you got to make sure that doesn't happen, okay, Mateo?
Oh, Rich, you're awesome. Oh no. Oh shit. Okay, I'm like, okay, yeah, you got it.
Awesome. Then she will flick her little bowcaster over to the stun, and she'll walk over, and she's pulling up to see if this Alderani has any bounties on him, and we'll cut away from you guys. We're at basically a midpoint. If you guys are all right with it, it's 23 after. Let's take a 7-minute bio break for everybody, and we'll meet back at half past. So see you guys in 7 minutes.
Okay, so I forget what the rules were for when I'm fill up my spike. I get like a negative, and I can only act with scared until I like remove it somehow.
Highlight the spiked. There's a pop up there that has the info. Yeah, basically it swaps out how your stats are aligned. But I have some bad news. I just got a call from my father-in-law, and his car broke down, and so I'm gonna have to go.
Okay.
Pick him up. But I wanted to at least tell everybody what's going on. So, hello everybody. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to end the game early. I just got a call from my father-in-law. His car broke down, and I'm gonna have to take off. It's like a 25-minute drive, and then I gotta, so there's no way I could make it back by end of game time anyway. So I'm really sorry. We'll definitely have third session. Maybe we'll even schedule a makeup kind of pickup thing later. Because I'm having a great time. I just, life has happened to me. So
No problem.
That's perfectly fine.
No problem.